Hey guys, welcome back to another episode from Men Behind the Mitts. As always, thanks for joining us, and be sure to check out our YouTube channel at Men Behind the Mitts. Be sure to drop a subscribe, like, comment, everything. We need you to just mash the buttons, hit the little bell, the little notifications. That way you'll know when we post a new video every Thursday. But yeah, check that out. Be sure to check out also for audio. We're on Spotify podcast, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, pretty much on every platform. So be sure to check us out there. If the YouTube's not your jam, we are available on those. And as well, hit the little like, the comment, 5-star ratings, anything, guys, any love, please feel free to drop it. The more you guys share, the more people can discover us. And so far, it's been working great. So the extra kick is going to be great. But as always, guys, thanks, and welcome back to the podcast. The win. What's that? How that song go with the bed? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I cannot think of a single word, but all I can remember is.
Yeah, me too. Who was that? David Banner or some shit like that?
I want to say, give me mine or your number, and I'll call. But that's not it. Is that it?
No, but
that's not it.
Yo, I'm gonna look it up when I go to edit this. I'm gonna see if I can get the clip and put it in there.
That's the new intro right there. That's just on clip. That's just on clip. Put that on Instagram, put YouTube, whatever. Like, because that is just or at the end of this, I don't whatever. We got to use that for life because that is so good. And what's that song? It's so stupid. Oh man.
This is the Men Behind the Mitts podcast. Hosted by Big J. And now, here's your favorite Buttes.
So good old Facebook memories popped up the other day. You got to click on them. Like, you got to click on them, no matter how cringy or how good. Some are gems. I do have some good Facebook memories back there. But this Facebook memory was dope. It was from a concert that me and of course I was there. It was with me, Willis, and Cac, bro. Us three went. It was like a Kill Switch show, and I can't remember who else was there, but Kill Switch was there. That was like the headliner. Anywho, the picture is just of Willis's feet, and he's missing a shoe. So he's got one like red Van on, I think, and just 2 black socks. Like he's missing a shoe. Literally happened on the first pit we went in. And this memory is, man, 8 years ago, eight or 9 years ago. Wow. And this is this is like one of the first times like I can remember like going to a show like with Will like that. And man, the first pit we went, he came out, he's like, I lost my shoe. And I was like, there's no way. I was like, bro, it's gone forever. It's gone forever. And me and Kat, we're all kind of standing there, and we're just like right outside the pit, like yelling in each other's faces, right? Out of nowhere, like Will turns into like a groundhog, and you see him get this look in his face, and dude, he just dives like right into the pit. It's like, dives right in there, comes back out, has his shoe. He saw it. Yeah, dude. He saw it, dove in, came out, grabbed it, put it right back on, and then right back in the pit we were, dude. It was such a good time. But what we didn't, so this was also from the same show. We are, man, me and Cac are like, we worked our way up. We're like right on like the first or second row, like right off the stage, right? We're standing there and we're jumping up and down, getting hit in the head, like people like crowd surfing in the foot, just like, I'm just like, oh my God, like all this shit. Kathy looks over at me and he's like, fuck. I'm like, what? He's like, I lost a gauge. He lost one of his earrings fell out. And that was back when he had the over halves. Like he was rocking big ones. And I remember they were like, it was like I don't know, they had big ass ones in there. And I was like, oh man. So he went out of the pit or something to go look at his ear. And I'm jumping up and down, like second line body, just smashing in this pit. And I feel something on my foot. Like when I land, I was like, whoa, what's that? And I was like, there's no way. And I bent down and there was his earring, like his gauge.
Yeah. Wow. You always got
Same,
lucky as fuck.
right? Same show. Will loses his shoe, gets it back. Cackley loses his
Both
gauge.
of them both of them in like the middle of a pit too.
Yeah, like in pure chaos, like pure absolute chaos.
And there's not the best lighting in those shows.
No. And we've been drinking. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we have been drinking. So it's like,
if
who
you
knows?
were sober and looking for it, you wouldn't have found it.
No way. Yeah, no way.
That is
I can't.
wild.
I just remember Will had the old eagle eye, man. When he saw that shoe, he was like, I never seen anyone dive into a pit like down at people's feet. It was so awkward. Caught me off guard.
Oh,
he got
man.
the shoe. He got the shoe.
Good times. Good old
Where
Facebook
was that?
memories.
Facebook memories for the win, bro.
I was such a degenerate. When mine pop up, I'm kind of like, oh, we'll keep going.
Do you delete them? I delete them.
Yeah. Wait, you can delete? Do other people see them, or is it just for you?
Oh, well, they're just for me. But the
Okay.
fact of the matter is, it's the interweb.
Yeah.
Like, even though it's deleted, I'm sure it's still there. But nonetheless, bro, yeah, like there's some things, like there's some statuses I put up and I was like, who's this guy? Like, delete? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, cringeworthy, super cringe. Like the worst things, like just like the worst thing, like no, like the best ones are like from like 12 years ago, from like when you first started your Facebook account, and it's like Joshua Wojcik. I'm like, is it college all day? Like it's just like the dumbest statuses.
Mine
ever,
was
bro.
fucking lyrics.
All the time.
All the time. Fucking lyrics.
So smooth.
Like, damn, look at me.
So smooth. Were you a MySpacer? Did you have MySpace?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So
custom page, all that shit.
yeah. So how do you feel? So I don't even, this is back. I mean, obviously, like my parents, I was only a child when I had MySpace. Top 8. Remember you can make.
I was
like,
just thinking that. I was like, mine would switch based off the weekend of who I was hanging out with.
Right. Oh,
Had a
man,
great weekend with you. You're in the top 5. Let's go. Oh, you're talking shit? All right.
MySpace was toxic. MySpace was low-key toxic, bro.
That's how all, and that if you think about it, that's like how all this shit started.
Yeah. That was the first platform, right? That was the first platform that took like heed.
Yeah, that and Black.
Before that was like IMing, right? Like the what'd you say?
AIM.
AIM.
Yeah, that was the shit. I was my little away message every time I went to a party or something.
Be back, bro. Knocking some.
Dude, it was so easy too to like meet chicks on there. I was meeting chicks from different states on there, chatting them up.
Yeah. What was it like? Sex, age, and what?
ASL,
what was it?
age, sex, location.
ASL.
Oh, and I was always on there saying I was 18. Fucking 13.
Everyone in the chat.
Oh yeah, I'm 18. Getting girls to send me pictures and like, oh, she is way older than me.
yeah. Or knowing that it was some 13-year-old girl and you're just like some 13-year-old kid. Like, what do I say back? Yeah, nice tits. You want you what is it called? Cyber sex? What do they call that?
Oh my god. I'm
sex
not afraid to admit it. I definitely did that once or twice.
Oh, for sure.
Worse than sexting.
Oh, dude. Man, my parents watch and listen to this. Sitting at my dad's desk, like, yeah, I'm taking my pants off. Like, what the fuck? Like, what is happening? Not that I really took my pants off, but for the sake of the chat. Speaking of that, this is awkward. Do you remember back when the internet was so slow? You would wait like 30 minutes to get like one porn picture to download. Do you remember those days?
Yeah, listen, I'm gonna get all the youngsters hip here. What I used to do, since it took so long, I would just print it, and I had like a folder full of them. I made my own porn magazines back. I just flipped through. I'm like, ooh, this is my one today. No shame in my game.
Oh my god!
The worst part though was like my parents were like, "Where's all?" And I'm like, "Essays."
Where's all the ink going?
And then it's obviously like to save ink because there's so much color on like a photo. It's black and white, so like.
Dude, that paper back then would probably be like dripping wet. Like,
dude, they were so heavy and just like
yeah.
And the worst part was like I had to do it like late at night because you imagine printing out because it prints slow as shit. You imagine it just the TV going and your mom walks in, she.
I'm dead, bro. That
His
is one of
titties are hanging off. There's like 3 of them on the ground already that fell. What's going on?
You fell asleep on the keyboard.
Fuck, we're old, dog. That's what this means.
Oh my god! That's one of the best stories you've ever told. Oh my god! I was gonna say, I remember sitting at my buddy's house. Like he had his family's computer was like in their loft at like in their house, so like you could look out the window and see the driveway. And dude, like we would wait, like come on, not to be weird, but that's how we did stuff back in the day. Like couple places, like, hey, we'll do some tits, like you know what I mean.
Speaking
like,
of,
and we would wait line by line. It'd be like neck, chin, neck, shoulder, collarbone, upper boob, nipple.
I remember one time being at Cackley's, and back in the day, LimeWire was our shit, so we were always down.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Computer cancer.
And I got on there one time, and me and him were just sitting there at the computer, and I clicked on something, and this straight up deep throat video pops.
Oh yeah.
So we watched it. But yeah. Man, LimeWire was like next gen. That shit, boy, you could watch someone get stabbed and beheaded and then watch porn. And it was the wildest shit.
It was weird. What a weird time.
It really exposed me to some things.
Yeah, that shaped our fucked up. That's like why everyone our age has like such dark humor, I feel like, because we were exposed to so much. Yeah. So abruptly, because no one knew what the internet was, except, you know what I mean? Like
I remember seeing this one where they put a cat in the bag and they lit the bag on fire. Maybe I shouldn't share.
That's not. Maybe we probably shouldn't. Welcome.
Listen, that's the fucked up shit. Did you hear about that elephant with the pineapple?
Whoa, tell me more.
Over in India, it just happened. Some kids fed an elephant a pineapple full of firecrackers and blew its face off. How fucked up is that shit? That people.
I hate it.
Makes
what
no
is
sense.
that? Who does that? What a beautiful creature.
Right? Sorry to take it really down a dark deep.
Whoa. Man, I was not expecting that. Curveball.
Sorry. Back to porn, I guess, maybe.
You got a little couple, a little heavy and heavy here today, eh? Oh. Summertime Olympics. Have you been checking out any of the Olympic trials getting ready for Tokyo?
I have not, because of playoff hockey. They're normally like around the same time. But I have seen the posts. Apparently our gymnastics team is obviously clutch as always. And our swimmers look good too. Like, I think a few people, like young ass girls too, made it on the swimming for USA, which is dope. Oh, yeah. 17-year-old.
Oh yeah, I think I heard about her on the radio or something like that. Like, she set like a record or something already.
I don't know, but that's dope. That just goes to show you like where the Americans stand with athleticism.
So. Which is funny as shit, because you just bring up her, like one of the youngest people qualifying for the Olympic team or whatever. And like, I wanted to talk about Ryan Lochte. He's 36 and he didn't qualify this year. Like this year he didn't qualify. Like, he's aged out, and it's like, you know, he's most likely to retire from swimming. And I'm like, bro, like it's crazy, because like you said, I think you said it off air, like it's weird to see Olympic swimming and no Michael Phelps. That's weird.
We grew up watching Michael Phelps. That's our guy. He was he was from Baltimore, Maryland.
Yep.
Smoker, and then winning all the
medals. One of the freak athlete for sure, freak swimmer for sure.
I go from 6 to midnight just thinking about him.
Yeah, one of the all-time winning American Olympians ever. Like,
so awesome.
Yeah, and then it's weird because like I like Ryan Lochte was right behind him, and then like now he's not qualified, and he's a multiple gold winner or multiple winner as well. I think he's got like 12 compared to like Phelps is like 32 or 36, I think. Yeah, I don't know how many. It's crazy, bro. Like that makes no sense.
The Olympics are awesome. Like, I remember growing up watching like what was his name? Michael Johnson?
The sprinter. Yeah.
Whoa, his shoes caught on fire.
His shoes would literally catch on fire. Yeah. And they only lasted, I think those shoes, man, they were so light. They weighed them in grams. They were so light, and they were so thin that they would literally last, because he did the 100-meter sprint. Mm-hmm. And they would literally last for the duration of the sprint. And they would literally catch on fire and melt. That's how little material they used. Like, it was crazy to have that technology back then. I think now that's like standard now, you know.
Yeah.
But like that. That's crazy. Yeah, because he was before Usain Bolt.
Stitching and shit. Yeah. Now Usain Bolt was like, whew.
Now he's retired. Like he's
done.
I'm pretty sure. Dude, he's gotta be, bro.
Bro, he's still super fucking fast.
Yeah, but I mean, it's gotta.
I guess those guys probably age out much quicker.
Yeah, sprinting.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's an incredible thing. So so fast.
I remember growing up like racing friends and shit, and like now if I think about like running, I'm just like, I am not fast.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Oh, for sure. I like run down the street. I'm like, all right, put it in high gear for this last 50 feet, and you're not going any faster.
Running to first base in softball was the worst.
Oh, dude,
I felt like it was taking forever. I was like, I probably look like an idiot.
Yeah, they gotta dig those sprints out so hard. Base running, exhausting. Like it's not even like hitting the doubles, like so stressful. Like you gotta hit the gas. It makes it hard. Sprinting is so hard, and they make it look easy. So that's that's what I wanted to say. Two things. First, I remember the first time I ever went to a track meet. Like I remember I went to a track meet and I was like, how, let's check it out. Da, 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 da. And watching, they were like, I overheard the people talking about this one kid. They're like, this kid is so fast. Da, 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 da. He's only a freshman, and they were doing the 100-yard or 100-meter sprint or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Take off, like it's all even, and then like, a quarter of the way in, he just starts gapping, like just puts the gap, like gapatizes them all, like gaps, comes to and when he comes to the finish line, like this is how you know when someone's fast, like when someone's fast, he like came to the finish line and didn't need like a rundown. Like he was just like, and came to like a stutter stop. And I was like, this kid's like dumb talented. You know what I mean? Like wow. He could have used the run out, like obviously to save like injury, just to be safe, but like just to prove a point, like he sprinted that. I was like, and I just came to, and wasn't even breathing hard, just hands on his hips. Like, what's up? Like I remember the first time I saw like someone run like that, I was like, holy shit. Like so fast, like inhuman, like yeah. In person, inhuman. My avatar's acting weird today.
Those and like triathlons, the ones that have to run and then swim
and then bike.
Yeah, and then like isn't there like shooting too sometimes? You gotta lay down and shoot targets.
Those are
a different event.
That are you combining? Have you seen the skiing Olympics? One? Yeah, that's the skiing one. The goddamn cross country skiing with a rifle on your back. And if you miss, so you get in this sport. This is why I love the Olympics. Okay, this is why I absolutely look, because you learn about the coolest fucking sports you never fucking knew about. Okay. Yeah. Winter Olympics, so they cross country ski, uphill, downhill, all types of ways. Then they have to lay down at the shooting range, right? And they get five circles they have to hit, 5 bullets. If you miss one of the targets, and they're only like this big, and they're, I think, 40 yards away, right? Mm-hmm. And they're just using a little 22, but it's like a specific, those rifles are like $5,000. I looked at them, fucking badass. Wow, I'm really losing it. There's a lot of stuff going on here. They got to shoot at that target. And if they miss the target, they have to do a penalty lap. So they have to go. So instead of going back on the course and going, they have a separate, I think it's 100. I don't want to say, maybe it's 100 yards total, but it's a whole, like it's a separate loop, and you got to do the loop before you go back into the race. And if you miss like 2 or 3, like keep looping it out, bro. Like it's crazy. One of the coolest sports I ever seen in the Olympics.
I love the Olympics, bro. Seriously, I love the Olympics. I love everything about it, except for like when they do the creepy, weird intros. And
yeah. We'll talk about that. Yeah, I don't want to get lost in that because then I'll lose the point that I want to stick with here. So with the Olympics, this is why I enjoy the Olympics, because it really is like people like me and you, we understand that athlete they worked off their entire life, whatever, to be here, right? And just like as in hockey, it never looks like it is unless you're there, unless you're there. And I saw a tweet the other day that said, just for comparison, they should have like an average person, like when they explain the event, like they should show like an average person doing it. So when the Olympian does it, it's like, oh, I get it. Like, that's why they're an Olympian. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're like, so they would just show like, oh, let's do the 100-meter run. They would show like an average person like trying to do it. Then like an Olympian, like, wow. Like, you know what I mean? So like, you really get to see the comparison.
Yeah, I think the athleticism does get kind of lost when there's so many great athletes and you're just sitting on your couch. You know, you're like, oh, how'd he miss that?
Yeah, exactly. When you're in this, but here's the thing: is all of the big fish out of all the small ponds are now in one small pond together.
Yeah.
Am I saying pond weird? Pond?
Sounds like you're saying pawn. Like you're gonna go pawn your stuff.
Pond.
Pond.
My avatar is being weird. I don't know if my battery's low. Man, life has been weird
glitch
lately.
in the Matrix. No big
They're
deal.
big one. We're going to talk about that after we talk about all this stuff. Average Joe in the Olympics. I feel like it could be hilarious. Like do like a javelin because like throws like 20 fucking feet next to
don't they have like a day where like everyone's doing like everyone goes through the motions kind of like a practice, like a warm up where everyone like you'll see like practice rounds. That's when they should have like, oh, this is Joe Schmo from USA. We'll have, and they have like every country has like an average person that's just gonna like, show how it's done.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like just like a brief,
times.
Just like a brief explanation of someone who's not that great but not bad.
Yeah,
but you know they're not an Olympian, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's tough. Interesting. Very interesting.
Very interesting. I don't know. So speaking of staying on the Olympics, something that caught my eye and that has been in the headlines is we have our first transgender Olympic competitor in women's weightlifting. Let me pull up the article just so I can be precise.
Is it Laurel Hubbard?
Laurel Hubbard out of the country of New Zealand. And she is weightlifting, and she defies, in the one title I read, defies science and fairness in quest for gold. So I did a little bit of reading. I didn't want to be ignorant on the topic just because it is, it's a new cult, trying to be PC and learn everything, et cetera, et cetera. Anywho, come to find out, so this is a transgender from male to female. Just to give you a rundown on his history, he was also an Olympic lifter. So he has spent
such bullshit.
So this person had spent the first 7/8 of their career as a male Olympic competitive lifter.
Now it just sounds like they couldn't. I hate to be the bad guy, but I'm gonna say
now they have
like
transitioned.
He couldn't fucking hack it, so now he's gonna go compete as a woman.
Now he has transitioned and is a female Olympic power lifter. And the whole thing that was interesting about the article was that, so as a transgender, that the Olympics do have rules as far as testosterone levels, estrogen levels, what should be in a normal athlete, because they also blood test their, I don't want to say normal athletes, but their regular competitors, male, they're heterosexual competitors. I'm not smart enough. I don't know the words. I'm sorry. So they blood test the men and the women to make sure they're healthy enough to compete as well. Also no drug testing, etc. So when they drug test Laurel Hubbard here, the testosterone and estrogen levels have to be in a certain scope of what is required by the Olympic committee or whatever. But so far, she has met all of the standards and is pacing for gold as of right now. And it's not so much that I think we talked about this off air. I just want to put my piece out there because I can see this is a topic for you. Well, I'm going to let you steal it since I introduced it and everything. Go on ahead. Tell us how you feel.
I think this is a fucking slap in the face to women. These women have worked so, and to get back on, also talking about, you were talking about the testosterone levels. Like, okay, cool, we take testosterone out of it. It's a scientific fact that I'm pretty sure, I have to confirm this, but I read when I was reading the article, men have larger lungs. Like, there's different things.
Everything.
So like
men are built physically different than women.
Exactly. So you could take the testosterone out of it, and there's still going to be an unfair advantage because she's a male, bro. Like, I think that's just a slap in the face to women that have trained their whole lives and worked so hard and overcome so much just as a woman competing to some guy that couldn't fucking hack it now wants to be a girl to compete. That's such bullshit. Like, I don't care if you're transgender. That's not what it's about. Like, if that's how you identify, like, that's cool. But when it comes to competing like this, like, I think we have to draw the line in the sand. Right?
Absolutely. Okay. No, I agree.
It's just I think it's straight bullshit, man. It is.
So I know this is only the second. I think this is only the second time I've heard of that at a professional level. There's also like another one that was a transgender male to female sprinter, and she was breaking collegiate records.
Yeah,
And
we talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, that was a previous episode a while back, I believe. But to stick with the weightlifting, yeah, man. So nonetheless, like sure, exactly, like you said, you want to be transgender, identify or identify. What's great is that we live in a country where you can do that. We're safe enough and comfortable enough that you can express yourself that way, and and it's your right to, which is awesome. But nonetheless, when you're doing it like this in order to compete, in my mind and in your mind is how you see it, because you couldn't compete here, but you can compete here in this type of scenario. I mean, it's a lot. If everyone wants to say they believe the science and all this stuff, well, men's muscles are more dense than women's muscles. Their bones are more dense. We have different organs. The lungs are larger. The heart is larger. Like that. That men are physically built different than women, especially a man who has the number one, genes do play a role in weightlifting.
Yeah.
And if a man has the genes to competitively weightlift, I mean, that's one hell of a physique that, you know what I mean? That's going into now women's competitive lifting. I'm not very smart. Please don't feel if I'm offending anybody. I'm not a smart person, but
do you think the other women Olympians that are in that category are they now thinking they're training even harder so they can say they beat a guy essentially? Or do you think maybe they should all come together and fucking veto and like not lift, like fuck you, we're gonna, I mean, it's so hard though, even if they were to take that path, because this is the Olympics, it's what they've been training their whole lives for, and it's a small window. The Olympics isn't every year, so like if you made it this year, you got another 4 years to where you might not even make it. So like them to have that one chance that they've been fighting for their whole life, and some fucking guy that couldn't make it as a man, cops, like imagine like somebody not playing in the AHL and not being able to hack it, and then goes and plays the NWHL with the women. Like that shit would not be fucking fair.
Right.
It's just, and I sound like such an asshole right now. I know I do, but like it has nothing to do with.
Well, it's almost put it in the scenario if that was your daughter. That was my daughter that had trained her whole life to be an Olympic weightlifter. That is, you're like, well, that's,
that's the icing on the cake too. That really fires me up is the fact it's not like it's just a transgender that decided to start training to do this. Like he was doing it as a male and didn't, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't successful at it. So if that wasn't there, let's say, he started to become a transgender 4 or 5 years ago, and then started, as a woman, now that he has more estrogen, lower testosterone, start lifting, maybe we can kind of like find a way to like find validation in this. But the fact that he, I don't want to get lost on it, man.
No, understandable. I just want to clarify. So, born biologically a male, he transitioned in 2012 after competing as a male in junior weightlifting competition. So he's not an Olympic lifter. So I wanted to correct myself on that. So I do apologize on that, but did compete as a male. Yeah, let's see here. I don't want to read too much of the article, but he broke 4 national records
as a woman.
As a woman. Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, that's fucked up. Speaking of, we can kind of switch gears here a little bit. I read an article in the New York Times that a transgender cyclist, BMX, plans on her goal is to make the podium and burn an American flag. If she makes the podium. What the fuck? How do you feel about that?
So I feel as if, number one, anyone who has half a brain on the Olympic team that is responsible for the Olympic team shouldn't be, I don't even know if that person should be allowed. If you knew that information, that would be like someone saying, I'm going to fly an ISIS flag when I win. Like what?
Or salute, or not to salute.
Like
what?
Like, no, like this is not okay. And number one, that like you're representing your country. And then I guess you're doing this for political activist reasons, which I can understand, but this is absolutely not the time and platform to do that. Like
you're on the world stage representing your country, and you're gonna burn your own country's flag. It sounds like it's political and selfish. And
exactly.
Why are we sending you to represent our country if you have selfish intentions? You obviously only want to win for yourself, not for the country. You obviously want to go there so you can embarrass the country because you hate it so much, even though you have all these rights and freedoms. You're going to the Olympics. You're going to the Olympics. because of this country. Is China sending transgender? I don't think so. You see what I'm saying? It's just bullshit, I think. And back to the topic at hand. I don't care that they're transgender. It's a simple fact that they're exploiting. I feel like it's being exploited.
Yeah.
People are taking advantage of this. Like, it's almost like when we first started hearing about it, and like these guys were with the bathroom thing, were acting like they were gay or transgender and going
Right.
and peeping on women. Like, no shit. It's like, it's going to be taken advantage of. And now we're seeing it in sports, and it's bullshit in my eyes.
Yeah. It's almost like they should, if that's what you want, then almost have like your own category. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's not
what we're going to do now. We're going to have transgender categories for certain events.
For sports, maybe. Olympics, maybe. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to figure it out. That's why I'm not important. Like, it's, I'm not important in that manner. Like, that's not my thing.
Anyone that is like super into LBGQTP community, I probably added too many initials. I'm sorry. If they hear this, they're going to be upset. But like, this is just, we're heterosexual males, and this is how we feel about it. Like,
well, no, I don't think we have said anything incorrect. I'm being pretty PC. I mean, it is what it is.
Here's another thing too. When you talked about the Olympic Committee, that crossed my mind when you're saying that. They're probably too afraid now that she's been chosen.
Well, yeah.
That they're too afraid, because what's happening right now? Oh, cancel culture.
Culture and woke culture.
Yeah,
right?
this person's career could potentially be over because they think it's bad that they're going to burn a flag. Not that they're transgender, but it would be flipped that way. Transgender removed from Olympic team. That's all the headline would read. No, they're not going to bring up the fact that she said that she said that they're going to burn an American flag if they make the podium. I hope they fucking lose. We got other events we can win in. Okay.
Well, so
we're gonna watch the gymnastics and swimming.
Well, no. So, I mean, if you're motivated by like something like that, I mean, I don't feel like you get far in anything in any facet of life. If that's what if you're driven and motivated by hate like that, I don't know.
The Olympic team.
I don't know.
It's a very interesting time we live in, but I think sports competing, those type of things, I think you have to draw the line with this transgender stuff. I really do, because genetics play a huge role in it. Like, I believe forget about the burn of the American flag. That's political. That's political on so many levels. You know, that's obvious. Somebody's probably got money in that person's back pocket to do some shit like that, you know? But back to like the weightlifting joint, like, you're right. Like the genetics, like we talked about this before, like, with us lifting, and how black guys can get bigger in their muscle physique.
Yeah.
That's why black guys like look good when they, no homo, look good when they lift. And you know what I'm saying? Cause they're able to get different because of their genetics. And like, what was it? Polish guys.
Yeah. Polish.
They're able to get real big, real nasty,
real wide. Yeah.
Exactly. Because of the genetics.
Makeup.
Yeah. So I don't know, bro.
It's crazy to think. It's like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know where to draw the line in the sand. I'm all about everyone doing, you know, what they want to do. And you know, I think I guess since I have the most rights, I guess that I feel like everyone should be able to do what I'm capable of doing. I don't know. Like, I just feel like everyone should do what the fuck they want to do. But nonetheless, you've got to understand, as a society, or just competitive or something like that for women, like it's a women's competition. Like, I don't know, man. I just feel like with sports, it's really weird, because other than that, there's no really difference. And there's nothing in my mind where it's like, no, because it's like, other than that, just do what you want to do. Like, like, do what you want to do. But in sports and competition, there is something different, because no matter what, the physique is different. Like, I mean, not always. And this is where it gets lost in translation, because it's not always that way. There are small men and there are large women.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like,
but
it all comes down to so much more stuff than that. And of course, that's,
but you saw a picture of this guy, Laurel Hubbard, like, looks like a fucking brick shit house, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, intimidating, male or female, like a big.
I don't know. It's weird. It's a hot button topic, and it's almost like you can't even cover it. But I think we don't
care over here. We don't care. We touch on all the topics because we're real, bro. Like, I feel like we did okay. We're allowed to have an opinion on these things, right?
Exactly. It's just an opinion, and that's all it is. Yeah, that's what's great about it.
Yeah, you can
just a fart in the wind.
You can stop listening to us at any time. Stop listening to us.
It's just a fart in the wind. Oh, but this is also what I want to talk about, the Olympics, before we hop off the Olympics. So I mentioned the average Joes. Also, can we have an Olympic category where everyone's just on steroids? Like, can we see how crazy and freakish the human body can get? And then do that.
Sprinter that's roided out.
run it like I don't even know what Michael Johnson or Usain Bolt run, like 9.1, 9.2 at 100 meter. Some first one busts out like an 8.6. Like, how crazy would that be?
That would be crazy. Speaking of Olympics, I think roller hockey needs to make an appearance,
especially for summer.
Yeah, Summer Olympics should have roller hockey.
It's a big deal.
I think so.
Yeah.
Why not? There's so many countries that play it.
Absolutely. It's the most accessible form of hockey next to like foot hockey, like deck hockey and floor hockey, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like it makes no sense to me.
And for real, I don't know if anyone's ever seen like a professional roller hockey game. Shit's fire, bro. Like you talk about like
it's a completely different game from ice.
Yeah. Oh, dude is so talented. Like just the way they move the puck possession.
It's a different puck too. It's lighter, so they're doing different shit with it.
Yeah. Oh, the whole game is different. The whole game of roller to ice hockey is so different. But professional roller hockey is the shit, man. It's fast. It's fun to watch. A lot of one-on-one play. A lot of goals. Like it should be on the TV.
Yeah.
I'd be down.
I'd watch it.
I'd be down.
I'd be down.
I mean,
think about like all the like the opportunities that would open up for roller hockey players and then ice players that can't make it. You know that.
For sure.
That it's just another lane for hockey players because it's such a small percentage of players that can play pro hockey.
Oh, for sure.
And there's
a lot of talent out there.
Yeah, like it's crazy. Like I play with these guys that are D1 and like aren't going pro. They're done, so they're playing beer league now, and it's just like you're just so like, good. Holy fuck! And you didn't make it. Like it's like
right.
Shit.
Yeah, I really had no chance. It's crazy, right? The level of talent.
Mm-hmm. It's literally, and we talked about this too when it comes to the pros. Like, there's different levels of pros.
Like, even
there's
the pro,
Kucherovs and there's Matt Martins. You know?
Yeah. What? They share the same ice. How crazy is that?
That is crazy because I don't like Matt Martin.
No one does. Before we go on to NHL, how was your last ice hockey game?
Good, bro. Good. I had a couple assists, had a breakaway goal.
Nice.
I've been going hardcore at the 5-hole, bud.
Oh, yeah? So it's cake, right?
Yeah, it's just because I like to come out wide and I come in so quick. And I'm just like, with me stick handling so quickly, I just like, it's just, they don't even see it coming. So
it's automatic.
But yeah, we're 7-0. I play tomorrow morning. Hoping to take it to 8-0.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I just found out though, apparently the team I'm on has been like really, really good the last 2 seasons. And then they lose in the playoffs. So I'm just thinking to myself like, well, hopefully I'm the missing key and we can pull it together.
Yeah. You got to take it to the next level.
How about you? How's the roller going?
Man, roller's been a blasty blast. Finally got a Gino last week.
Let's go.
Yeah, got a Gino and a rack of assists. Yeah, a rack. That sounded weird. A lot of assists. Several assists, multiple. But yeah, it was a fun game. Adapting a little bit, starting to come around on the hockey, on that floor and stuff, and starting to come around a little bit, getting used to it. It's tough. It's different. It's fun though, and I'm really enjoying it. That's the most important thing. I really am enjoying it.
It's nice to be able to compete, even if it's just for fun, right?
Yeah, dude, absolutely. And it's fun because like the guys that I told you, like the guys we're playing against, we know. So it's like it's good, fun competition, man. It's fun. It's good stuff.
It's like a little reunion every time you step out there. That's the league. Everybody knows each other except for me. I'm just sitting in
there. Yeah, that's pretty much how it is down here. Like I'm like the new guy, like for real. It's but I know everyone, but it's like I just haven't seen everyone in 10 years. It's really weird, but it's cool as shit.
That's tight. That's real.
Yeah. Adjusting, fun. Yeah, man. It's fun. Hockey's. I want to play ice. I was just talking to Randy about some ice hockey. I haven't played ice in fucking months. Months.
Yeah, I was talking to my dad last night. He's like, "You've been playing roller?" I'm like, "No, I love ice hockey. I love ice hockey, and I'm living in an area where there's so much. Like, I don't have to play roller hockey ever again if I don't want to."
Yeah, but you got that sweet ODR right there.
Oh yeah, I use that as a little outdoor training.
Oh well,
but like, I'm not gonna go play. I don't see myself signing up for a league and going buy pants and shit like that. I'm not doing
that. Dude, my pants I'm using are gotta be 20 years old. They were given to me by but they're so old. They're old Nexos.
My old pants were I had 2 pair that I was rocking. I had the all white mission ones, and then I had the black ones that were like with like plaid, like red and gray lines.
Oh, within the missions?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
That's my
those.
shit. Yeah.
I literally have lime green Nexos, orange and blue Nexos, and black and white Nexos.
Isn't it wild? The fucking roller hockey was so like flashy with shit.
Yeah, and like it's weird. Like, it still fits right in. It's weird. Like
Yeah.
I fit right in. It's so weird. But those were given me by my friend's brother, and when I was in high school, and he wore them when he played for like the years before that. So I've literally had
like
them
antiques.
But they're still beasts. I fall still together. I'm waiting for them to just blow apart. They're still good.
Like the guy comes out with the fucking Cooper gloves and shit.
Dude, yeah. So that reminded me last week. So I guess. Oh man, I fucked. I made it.
That's
I made
good.
it. James. I made a oopsie. I fucking I left my gear outside in the rain.
Oh,
and I didn't. Yeah, who does that?
No.
And I didn't
You have a fucking garage. How did you do that?
I was airing it out, but I forgot. I put it all in the bag, and then I left the bag outside. I'm a moron. So look, it rains, and I forgot. I'm just like, throw the bag in the truck, right? And I get to the rink. I'm like, taking all my gear. And I'm like, oh my God, everything is soaking wet. I'm like, fuck, man. Like this. Luckily, my skate boots weren't wet.
Oh, I was gonna say if the skates are soaked, you're fucked.
Dude, my gloves were so wet, I couldn't even grip my stick. It was like, and it was like the palms were so wet that when I gripped my stick, water was running out of my glove. That's how wet they were.
You should have gone in the bathroom, used the fucking hand dryer.
So what I did is I went in the old lost and found bucket, and the left glove was like this 14-inch Bauer. I don't know what it was. And my right glove was a 16-inch fucking old Tor roller hockey glove. This massive glove.
You fucking beauty. I could imagine you fucking were them. Woo! Those pants, those gloves. You were probably bro. And you got all those assists. That's the wild part. Same game, right?
Yeah, same game.
It gets left out in the rain. You got to fucking steal mismatch the gloves out of the lost and found. You best game of your life.
Absolute mess. Absolute mess. It was perfect.
That's wild.
Yeah, I was like, Fred, you got any gloves back there? He goes, we can check the lost and found. I was like, well, fuck, I guess we're gonna. I literally couldn't grip my stick. Like it just was so. Oh, it was so. And you know, like wet hockey gear is not like normal wet. The wet is like slime. Like it's like.
Ever since I got new gloves for, I take them off between shifts. Like when I'm getting water and stuff, and I'm sitting waiting for my next shift, I take them off to keep them fresh.
Bougie bitch. You're like this. Thanks, sir. No one's there. You just drop them. The fuck's the new guy?
Whatever. I back that shit up. Okay.
Oh my God. Yeah. I'm really upset because I was keeping all my gear. Like that was my first mishap with all my new stuff. And I was like, man, come on, man. I'm acting like I got $1 million. Just buy new gear. Like, come on, man. Like, be better. Don't just upset me.
That's all right.
It's fine. Speaking of upsetting, let's switch over to the NHL.
Yo, Tampa put in work against the Islanders last night.
Tampa did god-awful dirty things to the New York Saints the other night. Tampa now leading the series 3-2 over the Islanders, has the potential to go home or actually move on to the Stanley Cup Finals next game here. Do you think they're going to seal it up? Do you think the Islanders stand a chance after that absolute bloodbath?
Nope. I called Tampa in this series. It was a matter of
time
for this happened.
You did. How do you feel about what was Barzell's cross check? Was that the start of the onslaught? I can't remember. I fell asleep like in the start of the second.
I mean, when you start putting up points like that, shit's gonna happen, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I only saw like a few times. At first, it didn't look that bad. It looked like maybe they like kind of fluffed it to get Barzell off the ice, which makes sense.
Yeah, but on the one slow-mo where it's like from a downward angle like this, man, Barzell fucking chops his head, bro.
Oof.
Like he chops his head,
angle, right? It's on the angle.
Oh, of course.
Frustration. I think,
definitely.
And I think that's another reason why Tampa's gonna walk away with this. Like the Islanders' star player is doing shit like that. Like they're in their heads. They're in their fucking heads. You chase Varley out of the crease, like it's
big time. And Vasilevsky, standing on his head and on the other side. You know, like this guy's playing an impeccable series.
Yeah, breaking points on a fucking 8-game point streak. Like, what? This guy's on fucking rail. Stamkos slapper was nasty. He's got 6 goals now. Yanni Gord's on the board. Killhorn, fucking what? I think point. That's like what 12, 13 goals now.
Yeah, in postseason. Yeah.
What? This team is so good. I love watching Gord. By the way, Yanni Gord. He's chippy, but he's also got the hands and the speed. He's offensively, like, IQ is good.
Man,
I like Tampa's chances, man. I really do. And the way that Montreal has played against Vegas, which we're going to touch on here shortly, I don't like Vegas' chance now. If they do make it past Montreal, the fact that Montreal did what they did to Vegas, like, Tampa's going to
hold on.
Work them.
Backpedal. Go back to Tampa. Is this? People are talking about the cap. People are talking about the salary cap, 17 million over. Is there going to be an asterisk with the Stanley Cup here? I mean, that's a big deal. 17 mil over.
There isn't one on the bubble on the bubbles playoffs. They still won the fucking cup, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it is the hardest trophy to win in the world.
Is it? I mean, they played within the rules, man. Like, it's like the NHL set the rules up. Like, that's how it is. They didn't. I mean, sure, I guess you could say they exploited it.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
But I mean, listen, you don't think they wanted fucking Kucherov playing in the season? You know what I'm saying? You think they intentionally sat one of their best? Because let's be real here. This could have gone either way. Kucherov could have come in and not been a stud because he didn't play all season, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And then
absolutely.
This conversation isn't being had. No one cares. It's the fact that they're winning. But it's the guys that are producing. The guys have been producing all season.
Very true.
I don't think you can. I mean, sure, if you're a hater, but
you're a hater.
It is what it is. I think Tampa's doing what they do. That's their team. Like,
what do you think of Tampa getting out of this? So Tampa takes. So you're calling Tampa in the series, regardless of Montreal or Vegas. You think Tampa's going all the way here? You think Tampa's taking it home?
I think Tampa wins the cup.
Back to back to back to back to back to back.
Yeah, Patty Maroon's gonna get
another one.
Triple. Back to back to back.
3 for the big fella.
Calling it, bro. He's a beauty too with that flow now, by the way. Ever since he started growing his hair, he's a fucking beauty.
That's my favorite Pat Maroon clip as of lately. He was like, check in. He's on the ice like at red line. Check in. Wow, what a beaut, man. He got decked the other night though. I love how Matt Martin cleaned him up. And I was like, oh, big rig. Like Matt Martin got a little bit lower. And you can see because it caught him off guard. He was like, oh, big fella. Like he was not expecting to get that pop back. It happens. It happens to the best of us.
I was just thinking, I love how that battle's gone because Maroon's like poked the bear, but doesn't want but doesn't fight him because he knows like, oh, we want the power play.
Yeah.
We have a nasty power play. We want the power play. It's just the little things that happen, the little battles that are going on in the game. Yeah, I think it's over. I think the Islanders are going to crumble. They just got smashed out 8-0. I think they'll put up a good fight, but if Tampa, here's the thing. If this happens like game 2, game 3, Islanders can climb back. They're going to battle, blah, blah, blah. But Tampa now knows they have their fucking foot on their neck. And so while the Islanders are probably going to come back and play better than ever because they just got waxed, they got a chip on their shoulder, Tampa's going to know that they need to step it up as well. Like that 8-0.
They'd have to win 2 in a row as well from the Islanders. That'd be a big swing coming off that game. I think you're right. I think Tampa's got their foot on the neck here, and they're not going to let the Islanders get a second chance.
No, not. Kucherov's got 22 points. Like these guys are playing another level. Hedman with 15. Like it's unreal. All their whole team is just producing. And that's what it takes. You got to have a great goalie. Obviously, we said this. A goalie out, and you got to be able to run 4 lines.
4 lines is key, and a goaltender, bro. You cannot get exposed. Like this is something. I mean, all right. Since we're talking about goaltenders, let's switch over to the other matchup here. We got the Vegas Knights against the Montreal Canadiens, and we might as well jump out since we're talking about the topic of goaltenders. They didn't start Fleury the other day because of his mishap. They start Robin Leonard, and now they're going back to Fleury tonight. Tonight's Tuesday, guys. We're recording on Tuesday. We weren't able to record tomorrow, so. they're going back. Fleury's getting the start tonight, game 5.
I think it was smart. You get Leonard back in there. The only game he's played was against the Avalanche where he got waxed. He comes in, helps the boys get a W, and you give Fleury a day off. It was a mental mistake he made. So he can sit back, relax in a sense, and shake it off. And now he comes back and he's a flower again.
Let's talk about Fleury and his little mental freezes real quick. Like, we all saw the reach around. Jesus Christ, Josh.
You're sexual.
I
fuck. Reach around.
Oh. So we saw where he went to go reach for the puck, cross chest, gives up the free snipe right there at the end of the third, puts it in overtime, which they lose that game. Same thing here the other night with the bumble of playing the puck, loses at his feet and just looks like he gives up on it.
Well, I think he just lost. He didn't know where it was.
That's what I mean. I had just a brief glimpse of like, what the fuck are you doing, bud?
But it's the fastest game in the world. That's all it takes, right? One little missed touch, and especially as a goalie, because there's no one to back you up. Normally, a D-man makes that mistake. Goalie's there to make a save. Like, you're the last man, literally. Like, it's tough.
Crazy how both those goals determine the outcome of those games as well. It's wild.
Right? He plays in a spectacular game. I mean, spectacular. Like, Vegas is going to win this game. Fleury is playing great, and then he's the one that fucks it up. And it's not even like a bad miss or something in the between the pipes. Like, he steps out to play it. It almost seems not intentional, but you're like, dude, what? It's like this.
That's what I felt like. I was like,
the stupidest thing you could have done, you did.
Did Fleury bet against himself?
Played the puck, and then put it right in front of your own. Like, woof. Anyways, I like the Montreal Canadiens chance. These guys are underdogs. These guys have balled in. I like even though they lost the game with Leonard in the crease, they looked good. They did. I really felt they had a chance throughout the whole game. We'll see what happens, but when you got guys like Nick Suzuki with 4 assists, Todd Toffoli's got 2 goals. Their top guys are producing, and that's good. I mean, it's nothing like Vegas where you got fucking Petragano with 4
man, like the roster's like it's crazy how
assists,
it's crazy how well the Habs are doing. Like it's no pressure. I feel like they have a decent chance here. Like there's no pressure on them. All they got to do is beat the Knights. They know what they're doing.
Carey Price 10-5-0 with a 2.09 goals against and a .931 save percentage this playoffs.
Oh my God, Carey Price's save the other day. Dude, he literally jumps, so he's on the left side, jumps to the right, sees the pass all the way back, don't even have his arm up because he's so stretched out. Off the leg. Oh my God, man.
That pass too, if you watch the pass, right in the triangle where the feet, oh my goodness. It's just a gorgeous play. Either way, if it's a goal, it's gorgeous, and it ends up being a fucking huge save for the Carey Price effect. Like,
yeah, it's wild, man. It's I mean, I can't stop talking enough about Carey Price and Vasilevsky and how impressive they've both been in this playoff series, man. Backbones of these teams for sure. That'd be a fun battle, Tampa and Montreal. I'd rather see that than Tampa Vegas for sure.
Unfortunately, I think it'd be a bloodbath for Montreal. Tampa's just hot right now, bro. Tampa's
so hot. Tampa's so hot. They're so hot right now. They're unstoppable though. With Vasilevsky and net, Vasilevsky and net, Stammer. I mean, dude, these guys it's an insane squad. Brandon Point is unstoppable.
Kucherov,
Hedman,
Gord, Killhorn. Like the list goes on guys that are producing for that team. We're going back to them already. Like, look at it. Like we're talking about Vegas and Montreal, and we can't stop talking about Tampa because they're so good. But when you have a goalie like Carey Price or Fleury in between the pipes, like it changes it because like nothing against Varlamov. He's played great, but he's not Carey Price and he's not Marc-Andre.
Oh, far from it. But I mean, he's a fantastic goaltender.
Yeah, but at the same time, like Tampa Bay has the offensive capabilities to light those goalies up.
Very true. Very true.
It's going to be an interesting one. We're going to see tonight. Game's at 9:00, so I'm excited to see what happens. But I'm pulling for Montreal just because I don't fuck with Vegas, obviously, and because, like I said last episode, I love a good underdog story. So, and dude, speaking of Montreal, before we get off this, did you see them riot and then fucking fighting each other? What
No.
the fuck? Yeah, these two guys were getting jumped. There's a big crowd outside. They're fucking partying, and then like these two other guys are getting jumped. They're wearing Montreal jerseys. So I don't know. Somebody stole some.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Someone said something, man. Like
That's
yeah,
crazy.
they're not really fine.
Yeah, the Montreal fans are different.
Yeah,
They different.
only people that like riot in their city for winning one game.
One
If
game.
they win the cup, the city's gonna burn to the ground.
That's what everyone's saying.
Must be true. Cole Caulfield. Before we get off topic, I love that kid. I love watching.
What a beaut. What a beaut.
Wow. Corey Perry's
so good.
Taking that slash to the fucking face.
No call. This league is a joke right now. More referee blunders, like I thought we talked about this last week. More referee blunders, missing a direct punch in the face, missing that high stick. Like what is happening? And then I saw a tweet that says we're not here to damn it. Something about how they're here to manage the game, not penalize the game or something like that. It's like, what? That makes no sense.
The ref is literally standing there as one of the Montreal players Nick Suzuki gets punched in the fucking face after the whistle. Slam and no call. Like that's bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
Montreal though, like another reason why they've been able to do what they've done. They're fucking first in the playoffs for penalty kills. Holy shit, 92%.
Yeah, and shorthanded goals too, right?
Wow. That's huge. That's huge. You're almost kind of hoping you get a PK.
Yeah. Well, you let the boys out there.
Yeah, that's cool. Let's get a shorty, eh?
Because dude, it's so deceiving. Like when teams get shorthanded goals, it's like so deceiving because it's like how they make it look easier than it is like when it's 5-on-5.
You got to be aggressive on the PK. You can't be one that's collapsing box just standing around watching the pass. Like you're gonna have to jump the pass. You're gonna have to
say
when the lanes.
When you watch Montreal's PK, you know why they're there, like where they are. Like when you watch that PK, it's like we were talking about the other day, like just like the type of aggressiveness or the instinct to go for it or the split second. You know what I mean? Like these teams possess it. And that's why I love watching the playoff hockey the most.
Yeah, these playoffs have been very, very, very interesting to watch.
Batty.
Before we get too far off of anything else, NHL, New York Rangers hiring Gerard Gallant as their new head coach.
Gerard,
former Vegas coach, former NHLer. I expect big things from him. I think it's a good move for the Rangers. Chris Drury also saying he's hoping to name a captain, which is good. I think it comes down to maybe Chris Kreider, Zibanejad, and Trouba. But they got a lot of good guys over there, right?
They do. I wouldn't go Zibanejad. I just don't know. He's got the A, I think, already. I'd keep him there.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd throw him the C.
Kreider. I like Kreider, man. He is he's a stud. Yeah, I like Chris Kreider as their captain, and I think that might be the move for him. We'll see. They have a great talent now that they have a great roster full of talent. Now that they have a new coach in there, they went through and got rid of their head of hockey operations, and they cleaned house really in the office. So,
which is what they needed. They were kind of stalemating themselves there the last couple. Postseasons.
Jack Eichel was supposedly rumored to be going there, and he's faded off now. Everything that's happened with the Rangers. So Kuznetsov has now popped up as them trying to get center depth.
Nice.
So that would be interesting, but we'll see what happens. This offseason is going to be wild, bro. There's a lot of good free agents coming up, plus the draft for Seattle.
Yeah, let's say we got to fill our center depth more than likely. I mean, geez, definitely need it. I think Kuzi's time is up. Ovi will be here. Man, we were watching the highlights of Ovi earlier today, man. He was so explosive and dangerous back in the day. Like, wow. Like, so good. Like, so good.
It's crazy how he went from that to just
standing in the circle.
He scores there, but I mean, that's how he's been able to stay relevant so long. He found his niche. And if people were to start exploiting that and he wasn't getting those shots off anymore, I mean, what's he do? He started going in the front of the net this season and getting goals. Yeah. So he's a great hockey player,
It's crazy.
See how he used to be so
so
versatile. The speed, the hands, the shot, the dangles, and now he has no hands, no dangles. He's literally just a slap shot or snap shot. He's a mean shot. He's got a mean shot.
Yeah, best shot in the NHL. Voted again this year, 2021.
Yeah, crazy. And you saw Nicky, best passer. I'm glad he's getting fucking love because
recognition. He has always slept on for so long.
Yeah, I mean, he's an OV shadow.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true.
I don't know. I'm excited. We got to do some off season dealings.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Rod Brindamore from Carolina getting Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
Well deserved. I love him,
Absolutely.
man. I really do. He's a great coach.
Rod Brindamore he's a hockey guy, bud. Like Rod Brindamore is an absolute beaut hockey guy.
Yeah, he is. He is. It really is. We'll see what happens.
For sure. There's a lot going on. I'm excited. I mean, this time next week, next episode, we're going to know who's going to be going into the Stanley Cup Finals. Probably game 1 by then, right? They get a couple day break, maybe.
We might, yeah. I mean, I think if Tampa ends it tomorrow, we got Montreal to Vegas tonight. So whoever wins that game could potentially then win again on Friday.
Friday.
So we're looking Monday, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Stanley Cup Final. Holy shit. That gave me goosebumps.
It's already here, bro. It's already here.
So sad, but so exciting.
Bro, this is crazy. This is our second Stanley Cup coverage on Men Behind the Minutes.
It is.
I don't know why I just thought about that. That's crazy. COVID Cup and then now this. Bro, I love.
It's so wild watching the Vegas Montreal series because they're going back and forth and there's 3,500 compared to, was it like
17,000? Yeah.
Yeah. It's such a
crazy.
crazy.
And especially there, they have the bottom row like blocked.
Yeah. Whereas Tampa and New York, they go back. It's
pack them in.
Fuck yeah.
What's COVID?
Florida fucking rocks. But yeah, dude. So that's gonna play a big.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And no one puts on a show the nights. It's a very intimidating.
I hate it so much. I saw someone tweet like, "Oh, every hockey team." No, they shouldn't. I remember when we were fucking watching the Stanley Cup Finals to the Caps, and we had to before every game we had to watch that fucking stupid ass pregame shit with the night, and I was just like, "Can we fucking you're gonna lose? What the fuck?
You're gonna lose."
Get this shit. Oh, like it's just a show. And I started thinking about, I was like, that's because the Vegas fan base is basically tourists and they're putting on a show. I love hockey. Let's come back to Vegas. Oh, they scored on us.
It's weird to think that people live in Vegas. Isn't that weird?
I know.
People live there.
I play hockey with a guy that lives out. He lives out there. He has 2 houses, a house here and a house there. And so he's a Vegas fan.
That's what. Oh, ugh. Yeah. I'll just tell you, like, he's like a fan of Vegas.
No, he lives there.
No. That's cool. I don't want to be his friend anymore.
I might accidentally pee in his foot the next time on the show.
Pee on his foot. Tough athlete's acting here for you, bud.
Here's some athlete foot, bitch.
Athlete's foot.
All right. Well, that was fun. NHL. See ya.
NHL. Bye.
Bye.
I can't wait for the Stanley Cup. Lord Stanley's Cup.
You think real quick, one last question for you. You think Vegas is gonna beat Montreal? It sounds like you agree with me that Tampa's going to beat the Islanders. So do you think Montreal who do you think is taking that?
Man, I don't want. I do.
You're in the same. It sounds like you're in the same boat as me.
Montreal.
I would love that. That's just a great fucking story. First of all, Vegas has been in the fucking league 3 years and they go to the Cup final fuck that, dude.
Pass.
I'll plead the 5th.
Fuck Vegas.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5th.
What are we talking about? Vegas.
All again, right? And the scary part is and this is just being realistic. Like they're not going to make too many wild off-season transactions. So theoretically,
they're only going to
keep getting better.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's why I don't.
You can't pick from their team for the expansion draft. So they're just sitting there with their feet up.
I'm excited that we have more teams growing in the NHL, but they're just going to get better. They're never going to be worse.
Are we going to? Here's another question I've been thinking about, and I'm sure we'll get the answer and we'll talk about it in another episode. But no way we're going to have the same divisions again next year like this, right? I don't want it to be.
I'm not even planning. I'm not even. That's future.
Can't think about it. I hope it's not the same though, because not being able to see,
it's going to be a disadvantage again to a lot of teams, and I think it's just doing a disservice to the league.
Yeah, the Rangers probably should have made the playoffs. They were right there, and they were putting up a fucking mean late season run. They would have played, teams like Winnipeg, well not Winnipeg, but who knows, some shit shows. They could have made it. It's just that's what. And instead, they're playing powerhouse after powerhouse after powerhouse. So for those type of teams, it's so much harder. Right?
I think they're definitely gonna have to break up the East Division. Maybe work the East and Central or something more. They're gonna have to do something. What can you do?
But I did like the rivalries that happened. We started getting some really good games. At least as Caps fans, like when we were playing Pitt and stuff, back to back to back. Like we had some really
Pitt
good.
and Boston for sure. Those are good series there.
For sure. All right, done with it.
Good hockey. Good hockey. Good hockey. Oh my gosh, man!
I saw you want to talk about Jurassic Park, Tommy Boy?
No, those were just notes. So what I do want to talk about, as I mentioned earlier, like my avatar, it's just been acting weird, man. So like it's really weird. We were on the boat the other day, like we were on the boat on the Port Tobacco River now, and and when you're a couple beers in, a little banged up, maybe a rumple or two, you're just a little, you're feeling nice, and the weather's beautiful. Water's like glass, just smooth ride out there in the river. Music's on, hanging out with your friends, and you're just like, I was looking around. I'm sitting and we're listening to EDM, like Taylor put on like some EDM techno or whatever, and I was cool with it. I was just fucked up enough where I didn't care. And I was like sitting there and it's like, I don't know what the fuck we're listening to. And I'm like, bro, the earth is so weird. Like the earth is weird. I'm like, we're on this little sea craft boogieing around the river. Like, and I'm looking and I got like this like weird a top view, like this like zoomed out view. I'm just like, all you would see is just a boat going down. You know what I mean? Like life is so weird. Especially on planet Earth. Like this is such a weird place we are. And what makes this lucid thought even better is that as I took a Snapchat because I was like, man, life is so weird on Earth. And I took a Snapchat of it. As I'm taking the Snapchat of it, I look back at Steve, and Steve's like in the back of the boat and he just smiles. And I looked at him and I was like, life is weird. He was like, I was thinking the same thing. Like we were both just like lost in our own thought of like, how weird like life is on this planet. Isn't that fucking crazy?
It is, dude. It is, because like when you break it down, it's like you guys are out there on the boat, like, and this is gonna get real deep right now. You guys are out there on the boat, chilling, having a good time, while a couple states away there's people partying. You go over to another country, there's people being raped and murdered.
Yeah,
there's war going on. There's indigenous, yeah, I know, indigenous like children going missing, and like there's so much stuff everywhere going on.
Stuff.
And you guys are just in your own peaceful vibe, just on a boat having a good time.
How crazy is that?
It is crazy.
Earth is wild. It's a wild planet that we live on.
And there's
I was just thinking like just the size of my life. Like I was just like, this is it, bro. I'm just on this little sea craft. Like, I don't like just let my own individual thing. And then just like, well, I don't know where we're going. Who knows if they know where we're going. And then it's just like, no, like, I just kept zooming out like on a larger scale. It was such a weird thing for me to like, I don't know. It was just wild thoughts. And I was like, man, this fucking, let me get me off this boat. Then we got to Gilligan's.
It is, man. It's fucking wild. I just watched Avatar the other night, actually.
So good. I can't wait for oh my God, the next one's going to be so good. I cannot wait, bro.
And every time I watch it, I'm just like, we suck as humans.
Right? The worst.
We fucking suck.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. We could be a lot better. We just choose to be the way we are. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. And then that's where that like thought comes in, where it's like people are behind the scenes pulling the strings, manipulation, and you think about the way people are raised in certain areas and they're cut off from knowing certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know any better because that's just how they were raised. It's just like, holy shit.
Crazy. Wild. Life is wild.
Fucking Matrix, bro, is something else. Are you a flat earther, by the way? Since speaking of like on the boat and stuff.
Nah, I entertain it.
Man, there's some really good evidence out here now. These guys are spending a
man.
lot. These guys are spending a lot of money, like testing theories like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they really believe it. And some of the shit you're just like, yeah, you're right. Like they shine this fucking high intensity laser beam like across a plane, and it's like with the curvature of the earth, like it should hit something before getting to this distance because of the curvature of the earth, but it doesn't. The thing that gets me with the this is the best one that I've heard, that where it's got me like on the tightrope, like I don't know, is the stars. Like we're spinning so fast going, but yet like, stars are lined up with the pyramids. How far back do we go to the pyramids, bro? And yet they're lined up with the stars.
So look, this is why I said I entertain it, because this is my favorite way to explain it. Look, I'm so open to every single thing, because I just think I like to understand how other people view things, right? Mm-hmm. So as we are taught as children, right, the earth is going this way at, I think, 22,000 miles an hour on an axis that is also going this way, because we're chasing the sun through space because of its gravitational pull, right? So not only are we spinning on the Earth's axis this way, we're also chasing the sun going this way because we're barreling. And then we also have a full complete axis around the sun. So we have 3 axes that the Earth is spinning on. But yet but there's, we're just here. We're just on Earth, not affected by it. And we see the same stars. Like you said, I can go outside my parents' house, look up and see Orion's belt 7 days a fucking week since I've been however old, since I've known that's Orion's belt. It's never moved. The only times it moves is when it's in season, which is kind of cool. Like it'll be like in a different part of the sky, like in different seasons, which is pretty cool. But like, it's always there. It's right there, bro. I've been spinning fast for a long time. 32 times around that rock, bro.
Yeah, and then they start talking about the firmament and shit.
Or I don't know, like flat Earth. Like I don't know if I would call the flat Earth, but Antarctica Treaty, bro. Why can't we go past? Why can't we go past it? And that's why I told you I don't like. Man, this is really exposing my deep inner thoughts here. I don't think the Earth is flat. And per se, what I think is that we are on one tiny part of the planet. If that makes sense. We are in our own little eco zone with the Antarctic wall that fully surrounds a flat Earth map style.
So you think there's like a circle of ice and we're in that, but there's also maybe another circle of ice on the same
Who knows? I don't know. I'm not smart enough. I'm a fucking moron.
I don't believe it yet, but I've started digging into
I don't believe anything.
The hollow Earth. And
see, I've read about that as well.
They found oceans inside the Earth. They dug down and found an ocean.
Yeah. It's crazy. I don't know I believe in anything. And
if there's an ocean, that means there's bacteria, which means there's its own, it could have its own like ecosystem and shit, right?
Yeah. I don't know, man.
So there could be creatures and beings that have evolved from that underground ocean. Like, what?
Who knows, bro? What just happened? Like we talked about before, what happened to all the civilizations before us? Just when's our time? When does our reset come? Is it coming sooner versus the aliens supposed to be here, right?
Have you seen the mud flood shit? Or apparently there's some great mud flood. Like they're finding like all these buildings like this much deep, and like the building's there still. Like they just built on top of it. All over the world, bro. You look it up. It's what? Yeah, dude. There's a lot of shit hidden from us, man. It's wild. It's wild.
You see the pyramids? You see the pyramids they found in the Gulf of like I think it's in the Gulf of Mexico, like right above South America. Like I think if they're only like 600 feet below the surface, but it's a whole bunch of like it's an underwater pyramid city. And they line up with stars and shit as well. It's crazy, man. It's so wild. Like you said, the Earth is crazy.
There's fucking pyramids supposedly in the Grand Canyon and shit, and like it's just been they're just so much older that they're so eroded.
That's crazy.
So technically, what they're trying to prove now is that like everyone started in the Americas, which is crazy to think about. Because then I heard this theory. We'll end this here, and this could be a little controversial. is I heard these black guys talking about how they believed like they were here. They weren't brought over from Africa. that's a lie. And they started some of the shit they said. I was like, man, it makes sense. Back in the day, it would take like almost a year to cross with a ship. So how did you keep all these slaves that were packed in like sardines alive and fed?
Yeah, that's how. Well, yeah. What's remember in history books?
And I was like, holy shit, that's so true. So many would have died.
Right.
And then it's like, well, what if they were here with the American Indians and like, I don't know. It's wild. Some of the theories are wild. I'm like wild. You though. I like hearing them. Like I don't necessarily believe everything, but it's very interesting to hear people's like point of views on stuff.
Yeah, well, who knows? Remember, as we learn, winners write the history books.
Yeah, yeah. History is written by the winners, and that's so true. And because then you start getting biblical when you go that far back, because then you're got like the Anunnakis and all this other shit. The people that bred with humans that weren't. And there used to be these giants, and there still are giants. You heard about the story with the U.S. soldiers that found the Iraqi What?
It's crazy. I just smile. I love when you
think about how crazy it is. There's Bigfoot, there's ghosts, there's demons, there's like flat Earth, reptilians. Like there's all this shit going on, and then there was people like TikTokers. Like that's the world we live in. There's people that believe in all the first shit, and then there's people that are like all about their money and greed and fame. It's just like so much is going on this earth.
It's crazy. It's overwhelming.
And then you got like the World Health Organization saying that there's 90% overpopulated. Isn't that wild? Like how? Yeah.
So look, have you ever heard about fake? Maybe we shouldn't record this.
I can cut it
out.
Have
you ever heard about the fake mapping and stuff like that? Have you ever been down that road? How like literally every continent can fit in the side of Africa? Like that's how large Africa really is.
Africa is like bigger than.
But they only draw it because the U.S. or North America has to be the largest continent.
Oh, also they want to make Africa look smaller because it has all those natural resources. If it was that big, everyone would want their hands in it. If you make it seem smaller, it's more scarce. It's more scarce. Where'd you go?
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
That's my work phone calling. Hold on. I'll call him back. I should be good.
But yeah, I have heard that.
Did that show up? Or was it just black?
It just went gray and said Joshua.
Okay.
That's a wild one. The maps, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, let's wrap there. We'll catch up on that one next time. But yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff out there. That's what I mean. And not sound like a complete moron or fool. Like you said, I don't believe in any of it or all of it. I like to hear it all. Like it's part of my curiosity, man. I just like to hear how people think and view things. It's the best part about it.
Yeah, and it also fucks with you though. Like
a little bit.
Yeah, it really does. Thank God I have the gym. Like no lie. Like I can just escape from like if I get stuck on like something, I can just go work out and like I'm good.
Right.
Wow.
No, I feel you.
That shit can take you down a deep tunnel because then you start questioning the purpose of life. Like, like, if this is true, like
it's weird, man. We'll talk about it next time, but like I've been reading into like the attack on testosterone and like all this stuff. Like it's crazy.
When you look at our dads when they were in high school, all the guys in high school were like bearded up, like bigger guys, and now look at
it's wild.
High school, they're much smaller. Obviously, evolution plays a role because they're not
needed, right? Yeah.
But also all the stuff they're doing to our food,
and
the chemicals in it. Here's another
and plastics and all types of stuff.
All the metals they're putting in us. They're saying that it based off a movie where that like the noise happens on the cell phone and people start like becoming like freaking out because of the metal that's in their body, so they're able to control them.
Really?
That's what they're saying with a vaccine. All right,
man. I got some lunch stuff to talk about. Anyway, well, another good episode. Sorry to get lost in the rabbit hole. Thank you guys for joining us. As always, remember to like, subscribe, and comment on the YouTube page. Feel free to leave a follow and comment on the Spotify page, Apple page, whatever, guys. All the love. We appreciate it because it helps us get in front of more people. It's been working so far, and you guys have been commenting and leaving stuff like that, which is awesome. So keep that trend going so we can get in front of more people, which is always more fun. But yeah, man, another great episode. Silk, you good? Anything you need to cap on?
No, man, it's good to see you. Silky Men's Club, as always. Yep. Support the boys. And until next time,
be well, guys.
The boys boys from Men Behind the Mitts just want to say thanks for listening. And as always, be sure to follow us on all your favorite social media outlets at Men Behind the Mitts. Brought to you by Silky Mitts Hockey Club. Support the boys at silkymitsHC.com.